Alright guys, I'm going to weigh in on this whole Joe Satriani, Mean Street, Van Halen debacle that's going on right now. It's kind of, honestly, has me a little bit baffled. People don't know who Joe Satriani is, apparently. Joe Satriani is one of the most talented and gifted guitar players that's ever walked the face of the planet. I remember discovering him a long time ago and just being like, I never seen anyone play legato like him, and really opened up a whole new world to me with legato playing. But talking about what happened, he was asked to play what he thought was like a really hard Van Halen riff, and he picked Mean Street. He attempted to kind of show what he was talking about, and you know, he didn't play it good or right, but I mean, that's to be expected when you ask somebody, what's the hardest riff such and such player can play or has, and if you don't know how to play it and you're just kind of, you know, just showing just for reference of kind of how it goes, there might be people who don't know what Mean Street is that's watching these interviews and whatever. So I just kind of don't get the hate he's receiving right now. It'd be like if Zakk Wylde was doing a interview and they asked him, hey, what's the hardest thing Dimebag ever wrote? And he's like, oh, you know, it's this one part of such and such song. It kind of goes like this. I really don't know how to play it. Are we going to treat him the same? Like, I kind of don't get it. I mean, and this might be a controversial statement, but and I love Eddie Van Halen and I love Joe Satriani. They're two of my favorite players of all time. I learned numerous things from admiring them and watching videos and learning their songs. And as a technical standpoint of the instrument, Joe Satriani is more technically sound than Eddie Van Halen ever was. But I'm not saying he's better than Eddie Van Halen. I'm just saying technical ability on the guitar, Joe Satriani's in a league of not many people are in. He's up there, you know, with the top of the top guys. You know, John Petrucci and Steve Vai and Paul Gilbert and Yngwie Malmsteen, all them guys. There's a tier right there at the very top, and he's in it. I guarantee you can go up to most guitar players that I listed there. If they haven't studied Satriani's playing, they probably couldn't play that tapping part in the Mystical Potato Head Groove Thing. If you've never heard that song, listen to that. It's got a very hard string skip pattern. You have to move the strings, and I don't know how to play it. I'm not going to show you, obviously, but it'd be no different than what he was trying to demonstrate to everyone else about Mean Street. If you haven't listened to Satriani or watched him play, go do it. Surfing with the Alien, Flying in a Blue Dream, Super Colossal, The Extremist, all them. Joe Satriani Live, I think it's 2004 or 5. That concert's a masterpiece. Just go out there and watch him, admire him. Just be grateful that he's stepping up and taking on, you know, a tour playing Van Halen stuff. Like, he's an iconic player too. It's no different than when Axl Rose went to AC/DC and people were wondering, well, there's so many more capable people to have front AC/DC that sounds more like Brian Johnson, that could pull it off way better. Why Axl Rose? It's because when you're playing tribute to a legend, you want another legend It's kind of like Zakk Wylde again with Pantera. Is there other players that can do a better job than Dimebag or than Zakk playing Dimebag? Absolutely. But the legacy's still there, and you want somebody there that you think is worthy to play. And I think Satriani fits that. He knows all the other guys in the band. He's worked with them before with Chickenfoot. So it just fits. It just works, you know. So just my thoughts on it. Just, man, it's just, I don't know what's going to be next. We're going to have, let's just enjoy these legends of the instruments while they're here. You know, they're not always going to be here. You know, Satriani, all these guys are getting up in age. We don't know how much time we have left with any of these guys. Look at Eddie Van Halen. He's been gone a couple years now. He went way too young. Just be glad they're here. Support them and encourage them to keep doing music. We don't need to be spreading hate from, you know, artists we look up to and our fellow musicians. So like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for listening, and put your comments and your thoughts down below.